UFC Fight Night 186. It's done. The heavyweight picture is now in full view, but a Puerto Rican and Brazilian stole the show. Throwing Bows will tell you what to take away from UFC Fight Night 186. Next. Welcome back, bow throwers. This is Throwing Bows. I'm Jose, and I'm here with Jon.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And I'm here with the lovely Maria.
What's up?
Oh
Wow.
shit. Okay. Well, apparently
damn.
you're bringing as much energy to this episode as UFC brought to Fight Night 186. So, all right, everybody,
Pretty
fuck it,
much.
we're done. Yeah, fuck it, everybody, we're done. You go home.
Yeah.
We'll make this a nice 30-second video. You guys have a good time. We'll see you next fucking week. Come on,
God,
Maria.
Bye.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. All right. Let's take care of some business first, all right? So first things first, please like our work below. Please like it. Click on it, like it. We put a lot of effort into this. We are some pretty funny motherfuckers, and so we know that you're laughing
I
half
think
your
so.
asses off. And yeah, as I'm saying, it's fucking amazing.
Right.
So like
We're
it.
funny to
We
each
know.
other.
Right, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, shit. And then the other thing is after you finish liking it, walk over to the subscribe and please subscribe to our channel, Throwing Bows. You know it's a crafty little nickname, and you know you love it, so please subscribe to it. And so with that being done, let's just jump into it because honestly, UFC Fight Night 186 or UFC Vegas 5,722, whatever the fuck they're calling this shit. No one can keep any of these numbers like straight, and who the hell cares? This was a bore fest, and if you didn't watch it, we did, so this way you don't have to. So we'll tell you all the goddamn highlights because, again, like I said, we're just gluttons for punishment, and we're here for your amusement. So
They only handed out 3 checks. That should tell you something.
everybody else needed to pay Dana White for this card. Everything went. So if you didn't see it, don't bother. If you have ESPN Plus, don't go back and watch any of this shit. Almost all the damn fights went to the cards, and all the
Watch this
goddamn
movie
cards.
instead.
Right, he's like, all this shit was miserable, okay? So there you go. All right, so this is what we got out of the main event. Gane versus Bigi Boy is now done, so the heavyweights, all the ones underneath the champs, and the Menage a Trois is now set up and ready to go for March. And so Gane took it all the way to the 5 rounds, which is, hey, impressive, buddy. You may want to start throwing something behind that jab because nobody in the heavyweight division is going to get knocked out by your goddamn jab. But you know, I digress. So let's play a whole game of fill in the blanks, all right? And so here's how we're gonna play it. I'm gonna start the sentence and I'll kick it to somebody, and then they're gonna fill in the blank. So here we go. Jon, Gane's win over Bigi Boy was
Progression.
oh
Simple, one word, progression. I mean, it's not, it wasn't anything terribly impressive. I mean, there's some positives to pull from it. I mean, if you're his coaches, he 5-round gas tank, I suppose. He didn't freeze under the lights of being a main event, but I mean, like we said, this is a card full of man. So, being the main event of this one, I don't think anybody was very proud of. But I mean, it's one word: progression. I mean,
yeah.
that's
I'm
it.
with it. I respect that you're going high road here. I definitely would have went low road, but I respect the shit out of you for that, my friend.
No,
All
low
right.
roads later in the show.
I'm holding those cards. Don't get it twisted. I got big Joker, little Joker, and the Deuce. I'm waiting for it.
I
Maria,
have a question. You said
yeah.
one word?
Listen, it can be however. It's a fill in the blank, Maria. So here's my question to you, Maria.
Okay.
Gane's win over Bigi Boy was. You can fill it in with whatever you want.
About as entertaining as playing with a chode.
All right, everybody. Well, Maria is mailing it in for today, so that's
I'm
it.
just gonna turn her mic and
Right.
her
Let's
audio
just cut
and
this.
visual off.
Listen, I was so excited for this fight. I'd been talking about it all week. I really was expecting to see. I mean, of course, all of us were expecting to see some fireworks, but
We had the refs
stylistically,
and everything.
right? Like
Yeah.
I thought, okay, Herb's in the ring, someone might die again this week. It's gonna be great. We're gonna, stylistically, it's a
Jesus
very
fucking Christ.
interesting matchup. And then we got 5 rounds of chode play. So it just
I think that's an R. Kelly jam, by the way, in case you were looking for. Um,
Wow.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll also go ahead and play fill in the blank. It was uninspiring.
Mhm.
And if Gane was thinking that his move up for Biggie Boy, who moved down to the number 4 position, he wasn't in number 3. He moved down to the number 4 because what happened between Blades and Lewis. He moved down to the number 4, and he was facing the number 7 guy. This should have been Gane's coming out. This should have been his quinceañera. This should have been his bat mitzvah, whatever you want to call it. This should have been his coming out party.
Yep.
And in fairness to Maria, just to go ahead along with this, it was limp. All right, it was limp.
Oh.
All right, it was yeah, it was the curve. You get the curvy chick back to your room, and you're about to have some fun, and Mr. Happy's not coming out to play. I think that Gon honestly should probably be. He should probably be really upset with himself. Um,
That's why
I
you should
honestly
drink a
believe that
real Irish whiskey and not proper 12. But whatever.
Yikes!
that is a
But
hot
I'm the
take.
shady
Ba
one.
bow, ba bow,
That is that is
bow.
that is a hot take. And Mr. McGregor, while maybe I
The
might
Irish
besmirch you, I'll
version of
never
Jack
besmirch.
Daniels.
Listen, you definitely have more Irish in me, so I'm going to let you have this one. But I want Mr. McGregor to know, while I may besmirch your fighting style, I'll never besmirch your alcohol. That is a sacred thing, and I don't believe in that. So I'll
I
leave
like
this
proper
here.
12.
Yeah, you
Muggles.
do. So what I will say is this: Gon
Muggle
could have
juice.
probably taken some heavyweight panache with this, and
Certainly.
it was a walk off walk. He could have like
Yeah.
knocked the ball. He could have knocked it out of the park and been a god. And instead, he just limped to the finish, and it was unimpressive. And if he thinks that this is what's going to put asses in seats and get him in front of Jon Jones when our Lord and Savior Jon Bones Jones becomes a heavyweight champ in a couple of months, that's not going to get it done, my friend. And so that is a very uninspiring fight,
Whew.
and the
Got a hot
boss is
take for
not going
that
to.
one later too.
Well, hey,
Oh,
we're
I
all here
can't
for that.
wait. I mean,
The
you gotta give
boss
him.
is. I was just going to say, but the boss is not going to put your ass in front of Jon Bones Jones, Gone, if you can't
No.
produce exciting fights. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Maria.
No, I was gonna say just that. Like the speed is there. Like there are
Hmm.
things about Gon that we saw on display yesterday that are like this guy, he's coming along. Like to John's point, there's some progression,
Yeah,
but there seemed to be no killer instinct. Um, it was like he was playing with his food at one point. Like you're
I agree.
throwing this
Yeah.
jab, you're not following up the jab. Like honestly, I think I saw maybe what 2 combinations out of him the whole damn
Yeah,
fight. Like
yeah,
he wasn't putting strikes together, and he could. There was a very clear speed advantage, and
Clear.
he did not take advantage of it. You know,
yeah.
faking the shot and then actually shooting. Rozenstruik didn't have any answers for it. Like this fight should have ended with Gon winning, but there should have been so much more to break down and to talk about today than there actually was.
Agreed. Yeah, yeah. I agree. So let's put that shit show over the main event behind us really quickly. And let's talk about what was actually the best fight on this card that most of you, and I'm talking about all of you, and you should be ashamed of yourselves, don't actually want to talk about today. And that was Rivera Munoz. So to be honest, it was the most memorable fight on the card, and Munoz and Rivera showed out, right? And
They did.
so you get to the stage where Rivera's like, I'm embracing my Puerto Ricanness, and Mr. Rivera, if you ever want to call my Puerto Rican self to the task, I'll be honest with you. I did not see you repping the Puerto Rican flag before our friend Rob Font started representing that Puerto Rican flag. And so, as a fellow Puerto Rican, took you long enough, but I'm still happy you're here. But what
Mm.
I will say is this: Rivera stood in the
Wow.
pocket. He was trying to box. That's come on, man. Like, listen,
Yeah.
do you know any Puerto Ricans that don't have a Puerto Rican tattooed on them? Come on now. And Mr. Rivera, I will be expecting a
Fair
Puerto
it is.
Rican flag tattooed on you. So, and you have to start carrying knives as well. So, what I will say is this: um, he stayed in, he boxed, and Munoz is leg kicking the shit out of Rivera. Kudos to Rivera. The leg was probably done maybe after the first round, especially in the middle of the second. It
Yeah.
was done, and he stayed in there and he fought. So kudos to him. So
Can
let's play a little bit.
somebody check the fucking kick? Pitch his leg up,
Time out now.
motherfucker.
Now
Change the
time out
stance.
now. Time out now. No. Okay. Now changing the stance
Check
is
it.
one thing. If you
Hey,
listen to the
no.
Dragon, if you listen to the Irish Dragon, Paul Felder,
Okay.
you can't just check those kicks according to the Irish Paul Felder. And I got the receipts for that, Mr. Felder. So you remember you said that you cannot check those shin kicks, those calf kicks. So
Pick
that's what Paul Felder
your
said. That's what I mean.
fucking leg up.
It's here forever and you can't do anything about it. All right. So fill in the blank, Maria. Rivera, after losing this fight, should
Go get that Puerto Rican tattoo because clearly you're going to be taking a little bit of time off because your legs were done.
Where's he
Just
gonna
saying.
put it? He
I
put
mean,
it on one of
listen,
those gimp legs that he's got now.
he won't feel a thing.
I should
No,
have
listen,
never.
I'm not going to disrespect my man's like that. It was a great fight. It
It
was
was.
a hard fought fight.
Yeah,
It was
it was.
the best fight on this card. Although
Yes.
that was easy because this card was fucking trash.
Hey.
But
Yes.
I think that he's been in the game for a minute. He keeps quote unquote reinventing himself, but every time he reinvents himself,
So
he's
you're a pro
still
wrestler?
well, I mean, but you be right, exactly. Because you
Rehashing
hear
your character?
like
Chris
you hear
Jericho?
him talk, about how he's gone back to the drawing board and he's doing this and he's doing that, and then you see him fight and he has moments of brilliance, but he still
Hmm.
looks like the same Jimmy Rivera. And a
One
lot of
word.
like
Inconsistent.
he's very inconsistent, and it's hard for me because
Yeah.
as a very very proud Puerto Rican woman, I want all of the Puerto Rican fighters in the UFC to do amazing. And he has those like moments where you think you're gonna get that and then you don't. So
Yeah.
take some time off, heal them legs up, really look at what you did in this fight and what worked and what didn't work. Come to terms with the fact that you'll probably never get a title shot and you'll probably end up being
Yeah.
a gatekeeper. You're 11 years in the game at this point in the UFC. I just don't see it happening for you,
Facts.
Poppy, but that's okay. It's all right, Poppy. It's all right. Just go get a tattoo and chill out for a little bit. That's what you need to do.
Wow.
So what you're pretty much saying is he should sit down and let Rob Font take this
Like carry the flag.
shrapnel for him.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. I like that. So John, then my fill in the blank for you is Munoz's win in the bantamweight division means what?
Nothing. Exactly nothing. He's the
Damn.
one in his last 3, okay?
Oh.
So it gets him a fight with another guy who's won in his last 3, Cody Garbrandt.
Ooh.
Because you're not going to put him with Sandhagen because Sandhagen's earned
No.
the title shot.
Yep.
So,
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, means nothing. It moves the needle in no way, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, it for Munoz, it was very much kind of like it's now or never. Like going into it, to your point, he was 0-2, and he had actually lost to like Jose Aldo. I mean, it was a close fight, and he lost the decision, but he had actually still lost to Jose Aldo when everyone's kind of saying like, okay, like Aldo cut weight, he's trying to come down to this division, he may be past his prime, and you still lost to him in a decision. So some of the the new car smell had came out of the card, and so So to your point, John, I think you're absolutely right. I don't think this means like, hey, let's pop some champagne and Munoz is back on track to getting his title shot. I think this is just very much, oh, hey, congratulations. We can actually maybe get 1 or 2 more UFC paydays if we continue winning. So Yeah, no, I agree with you. I don't think this means much more other than he gets another person that's probably won in their last three. I agree with you. So he gets to live another day, but that doesn't mean he's not eating steak. He's eating, I don't know, what's the equivalent of like not good steak, liver or something, whatever. He's eating that. Um,
Whatever Denny's is
so
serving.
Yikes.
Denny's, if you want to sponsor us, I don't feel it. All right,
Your
whatever.
I
grand
prefer
slams are
Waffle
amazing.
House. I prefer
You
Waffle
ain't
House.
never lie there.
All right. So truck drivers aside, so let's finish this show with what this main event meant for the heavyweight division. So let's bring this up. So John, Gane winning this weekend, he needs how many more fights before he can fight for that strap?
Let's take a look at the heavyweight picture right now.
Oh, it's
I
deep.
would say optimistically 2.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, we got to hope that the heavyweight. I mean, Ngannou improving is scary to me. Uh,
Yeah.
I think, should he win, and he doesn't injure himself, uh, you get Jon Jones and Ngannou, or you get Gane as the perfect sacrificial limb, especially if Ngannou's on the shelf. Gane to be the perfect heavyweight for JJ to make his debut in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Either that or
Okay.
give him to the Black Beast.
Listen, the
I
Black
mean,
Beast has already told you
the,
he wants Reem. He wants to retire your man, Raheem. I eat too much horse meat. Yeah, he wants the
I'm
Reem.
down for that action. I'm down to seeing MK Ultra finishes on the
So
network leader.
right, yeah. And so, in case you didn't know, the Black Beast, thanks to Herbie not stopping it in time, actually broke his hand on Curtis Blade's face, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's out for at least, they're thinking 6 months because he's got to get some type of hand surgery or let that thing heal because he broke it on Curtis Blade's face. That's what
Jesus.
you
You could
get, Mr. Blades.
all
You talk shit, you get hit.
Get hit. Yep.
Yeah.
you could
So
get
that's what
you
you
could
get.
always run down to Columbia and get some of that
Stop it.
No one's getting
the
this Bam
treatment.
Bam. No one's getting this
Shut up,
No.
Colombian Bam
John.
Bam that you're talking about. What
No,
is
I'm not
this?
talking
What?
about. I'm talking about stem cells, man. They. No, I'm legit. They
I'm with you.
legit.
I'm with him.
The stem
All
cell
right.
treatment.
I'm with you. All right. So
Just
Maria,
saying.
I'm with you. Maria, is Gane the new prototype heavyweight that can retire Jon Jones? Is this the guy that we're looking for that basically tells Jon Jones, look, I think you either go down to light heavyweight or you're just a gatekeeper?
No.
Okay, you just need to stop. All right, you
Oh.
with this Jon Jones fucking love, you can miss me. Number one,
Oh,
number
okay.
two, you're asking. I'm going to answer your question, but I'm going to tell you the question you
Yes,
should
answer
have
my
been
question.
asking. So to answer your
Okay.
question, no. I think here's the thing. I think that Gane is very much like Jon Jones. So I could see a world, especially after seeing that fight with Rozenstruik, that if you had them fight each other, it would literally be a track meet because they're just going to run around the fucking ring. I don't think that either one of
Jesus.
them. I mean,
Wow.
listen, it would it be that like he. I'm just so frustrated with that entire thing that I watched last night. But I legitimately believe that stylistically they are very similar. I do think that Gane probably still has more power in his hands than Jones does because, like I said, you can put on 250 pounds or you can be at 250 pounds. You look slower, but did that do anything for giving some power to them little baby hands you got? Because you weren't
Not
knocking
baby
anybody out
hands.
at 205.
Wow.
I don't believe you're going to
I
knock
mean,
anybody
okay.
out in the heavyweights.
Wow. Wow. Oh,
Where is the
wow.
lie? Who was the last person that Jon Jones legit knocked out? You can miss me with that bullshit. So
Okay.
all that said, I think it could be a fight that we might want to
Okay.
watch. I do think
Okay.
there are some people who could retire Jones. Unless I see a little bit more improvement from Gane, I don't think it's Gane. So
Okay.
that's the answer to your question. Here is the
Yeah.
question you should have been asking if we're talking
Ooh,
about
I
prototypes.
mean, you're in my mind now. Okay. Go ahead.
ooh.
Is Megan O'Leary the new prototype for the person who should be hosting at the fucking desk? And the answer is a
Whoa.
resounding goddamn no. Because
Whoa.
it's not on this, but I wanted to make sure that it came up
God.
as a woman who is here all day, every day for seeing more women actively talking about MMA, getting the call to be at the desk and do that in the third. They had that shit backwards because Sanko should have been at the desk and Olivi should have been in the fucking back doing her little unimportant, insignificant, like life pieces because she was fucking terrible. The combination of her, Rashad, and fucking Anthony Smith
Looking
was
like a WNBA small forward these days.
it was awful. All of it was awful. And at least you got to give Kevin Bryant credit. She can move the conversation along. She transitions questions
It's
well.
like herding cats.
Yeah.
that's fair.
Olivia tried to make really unfunny jokes and then did their little giggle. And I just wanted to like reach through the screen and stab her in the side of the neck with my pen. It was horrible.
But
Please, UFC, never put her at the desk post fight ever again. All right, I'm done. That was the question you should ask me. I had an answer for that one. There's my hot take.
Okay. All right.
all
Well,
right, well,
um,
goddamn.
all right. Well, since John, since Maria just went off completely off script and did her thing, before I wrap up, is there anything that you want to share? Is there, any conspiracies? Is anyone getting popped that you heard?
Do
Like,
you
is
need
there
a
anything
hug?
right? Do you need 3 to 4 minutes where you can just tell us? Like, are you gonna shit on Bisbing? Like, you go right ahead. Couple of minutes. Jesus Christ.
Nah.
Okay. All right. All right.
I mean,
then.
Bisbing was drunk, but continue.
I
I
mean,
want you to
Bisping's
know.
Bisping. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Listen,
We've
Bisping's
already
better
had
than
those
some other.
conversations.
Yeah, Bisping's better than some other people they could get doing that. So, all right.
Facts.
All right. So cool. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Those are our takes on the
Absolutely.
UFC Fight Night 186, UFC Vegas 4,722, UFC on ESPN 798. I don't even know. You don't need to go back and see it. Like I said,
Certainly
we just
don't.
gave
It
you
was
the
boring as
highlights.
shit.
It
You
was
don't need
not
to do
good.
it. We do it. So this way you don't need to do it. And so with that being said, please again, like our work below. Please like it because we're going to do this. So this way you don't have to. And you can subscribe to our channel as well because we will continue to keep doing this even if you don't want to do it. LFA 101 is probably going to show up at some time. You guys didn't want to watch LFA 100? We'll watch LFA 101 for you anyway. And if you wanted us to tell you what happened, we'll tell you what happened with that. We'll watch Cage Warriors. We'll watch Cage Fury. You tell us. We'll
One
watch it for you so
FC.
you
I
don't
mean,
have to. We'll do it all. We'll watch whatever you want us to watch, and then we'll tell you what happened. So leave a comment and let us know what you think, especially Maria's hot take about Olivi. I know some of you are probably like, wow, why did Maria go off on Olivi? I didn't know she was going to do that, so you tell me
I
why
know
she
either.
did that. Right, he's like that.
Because you guys all saw it and nobody had the balls to say anything because everybody loves her because she's so sweet and she is. She's great. She sucked at what she did.
I didn't think that it was necessary. I just didn't think it was necessary to bring up, but that's neither here nor there. And then if you also, right, I just didn't think about it. And then also, if you want to hit us up on Twitter, we're at Bo's Throwing. And again, that's at Bo's Throwing. That's us on Twitter. So again, Megan Olivi, if you have some beef with your fellow woman, then you can go ahead and let Maria know because she's on there. And so if there's anything else that, right, if there's anything else you guys want to discuss, listen, maybe you guys felt, I don't know why, but you felt Gane had a great fight. You can tell us either through in the comments below or at Twitter. We'll take them all. So with that, we're done. Thank you so much. Hopefully, remember, next weekend, we have 3 championship fights that we're looking forward to. We're going to kind of cut this weekend. We're going to lick our wounds. We're going to come back for next weekend. 3 major fights.
What one?
We'll be back with those. Right, yeah. So there you go. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. Thank you, bow throwers. We'll see you next weekend. Peace. We're out.
Bye, guys.
Say yeah.